Aloha, it's Petra from Eat Juicy TV, and welcome. This is 21 days to a juicy life, and today is day 2, and I am telling you about juicy food, and that in particular is raw food. And what does really juicy food mean anyways? It's kind of like when you bite into a juicy plump grape and you feel that juiciness that's coming off of it. Well, most food has that juicy quality when it's raw. So most food is full of water and oxygen, which is really healing for our bodies. So when we eat a lot of raw fruits and vegetables, it's full of a lot of water and a lot of oxygen. When you smell food cooking, that's actually the oxygen leaving the food. And you can tell that when food is cooked, it actually shrinks down, and that's all the water leaving the food. So the more foods that we can eat in the raw state, the more juicy they are, the more they're going to be full of vitamins, the more they're going to be full of water and oxygen, and that's what's really healing. So I've been introduced to raw food about 10 years ago, and I found it's one of the most healing things that I've done for my body is to incorporate as much raw food as possible. Green smoothies are so easy. Everyone can do that. If you haven't signed up for the Green Smoothie Gangster Challenge, well, there you go. You can start right there. And then juices and as much greens. I love lots of kale and spinach and lots of leafy greens and just really as much fruits and vegetables as I can into my diet. And I found that that has taken a lot of the wrinkles away from my skin because we are 80% water. So we're born a giant saltwater fish tank. And as we get older, we start to dehydrate. We start to shrivel up. So we start out as these plump, juicy grapes, and we shrivel up to these little crepid raisins. So the more juicy that we can be in our lives, the more we're going to stay these plump, juicy grapes. And really, most sickness is actually just a dehydration of the body. So when the body starts to dehydrate, cells start to die, and that creates sickness. So the more juiciness and juicy food and juicy liquids we can give our bodies, especially alkaline, the more we're going to stay hydrated and the more that we're going to ward off sickness. So most of the time, you're not really sick, you're just dehydrated, is the saying. And so we want to stay as juicy as possible. So I really invite you to take on adding more juicy, raw foods, green smoothies to your diet and see how profoundly it changes your life. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow on Eat Juicy TV. And I want to hear from you. Do you eat juicy food? Do you love juicy food? Have you been introduced to raw foods? Do you do green smoothies? Leave a comment in the video below and let me know how juicy food has influenced your life. Aloha, and see you tomorrow.